Alright. One time. Two time. Yeah. Mambo vipi mdemo westi? Wow.
I have the joy of the Lord. Hello, umefurahi yani?
Sikuwa najua nimefurahi.
Umefurahi. You look very excited for this show. I don't know why you're excited. I don't know why you're excited.
I'm sure you know by now. I'm sure by now you know why I'm excited.
You need to tell us.
Should I say?
To welcome mafans wetu kwanza?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's invite them in, tell them we're live, and tell them what's about to happen, yeah?
Sindo?
Yeah.
So greetings, manze, to each and everyone who is watching us, each and everyone who is tuned in. Welcome to Eastland's Expressions, and we are live on YouTube at E_Square TV. It's another beautiful Saturday that we're here to hang out with you, to have fun with you, and to have a conversation with you. They call me Pinches the Entertainer.
And they call me Josephine. Karibuni sana, you guys. And as we always say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend and to tell a neighbor that we are live.
Yeah, man. And of course, we are across all social media platforms. On Facebook, we are at Eastland's Expressions. On Instagram and Twitter, tuko at E_squared KE. Sindio? Na tunafanyanga hii shughuli kila hapa hivi live and locked.
Kamakawa.
Yes, man.
Kamakawa.
And of course, we have an amazing lineup of artists when you're going to come to Grace or come kwa stage. We have amazing conversations that we're going to discuss hapa hivi kwa show. Yeah. And it's a beautiful month. Justin is asking why I'm excited. It's a beautiful, it's a new day. Month.
Eh? It's also a beautiful day outside.
And it's a beautiful day. But most importantly, why I'm happy, the reason why I'm happy. Justin unajua nataka utoboa hii siri ndio nisikie vizuri, unaona? Ebu just toboa hiyo siri.
Yeah, so the reason why this
amazing gentleman,
amazing. Sawa, wacha tukusifu leo. This amazing gentleman beside me is happy is because this whole month we are going to be tackling a very interesting, I hope not controversial, topic.
It's not going to be controversial.
And conversation. We have dubbed it Man's World.
Exactly. Sema vizuri. Rudia.
Man's World.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Man's World. So it's just, we're just going to be having very candid conversations about the boy child and men and their role in the society, their place in the society, whether we are failing them as a society. I don't know. What else do we need to address?
I think. But most importantly, at the end of this month, toko tumekam na an answer to a very important, a very sensitive question. What makes a man?
All right.
What makes a man?
Miss here.
Sindio.
So generally, it's a men edition. And this whole month, okay, apart from me, who is going to be here driving this conversation. But yeah, we are going to be having our guests and even the artists who are going to be gracing us this whole month. Tunawakilisha boy child.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
I think you're the first lady to be invited in a men's conference.
Hey,
yeah,
that's ringy.
Because it's a gentleman's affair, the whole of this month.
Affair.
That's sasa tumekuendorse.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
should feel privileged, but at the same time, should I be scared?
Don't be scared.
Shouldn't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Okay, guys. So, yeah, that is what's happening this whole month. I hope you guys are ready. Now, I hope the men who are watching, you're going to bring hordes and hordes of people on board.
Yeah.
So we have this conversation. Tunataka kusikia what you guys think and what exactly you feel from the conversations we are going to have. We need you guys to be candid, talk about what issues are, affecting you as men, and where exactly we are failing as a society in supporting everything that you do, and even your roles in this society as well.
Yeah, man. To the gentlemen out there, this is a special edition for you guys. For a longest time, tumekuwa tuki complain that we don't have a space where we can share, where we can talk, where we can articulate some of the issues that we have. And we as Team E Squared heard your cry. And we have a platform. tuongee, tuzungumze.
Watu waongee.
Yeah.
Watu waongee.
Let's solve those problems that ziko hapo nje kwa community zenye zina face the boy child hapo nje.
All right. And yeah, that is all that we're going to be discussing this whole month. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm also going to be learning in the same process because I am a mother to a boy. So I also need to know the issues that he might be looking to meet along his path, you know. So yeah, come on board, share as much as you can. This link to as many people as you can, because we want to have a very, very candid conversation. Yeah, as we said. And yeah, we're going to be having a very interesting show. We have amazing artists on set. We have an amazing panelist on set as well. So you guys don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be lit. In
regard to the artists, we have a very a group of young gentlemen wenye wamekuwa kwa industry for quite a long time. I love their journey kwa sababu mali walianzia na mali wako sahi, it's been a graph yenye imekuwa ikipanda juu, si ndio? And of course, manzi, to the ladies that are out there, stay out, watch out for this kwa sababu you have something to please your eyes,
Eye candy. Eye candy is coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just used that term. Anyway, let's get this show running. And I know there's something that I want to share with you that I don't even think you know.
This unaona kwa hii mwezi? Mimi najua. Hii mwezi mimi najua.
I don't think you know what I'm going to be telling you guys.
This is my month, man. You know.
you think you
and
know?
If I don't know,
yeah,
I'm sure someone elsewhere like me knows, so I'm covered.
So let me hear whether you know. Did you know that men have a generally larger brain by like 10% than women?
Why?
Did you know that first?
If
brain, see
oh, si kichwa. Oh,
brain.
Sawa. Okay, sawa.
Kuna tofauti. So men apparently have a larger brain by 10% because generally men they're bigger in stature.
And muscles and everything.
And even the muscle mass is larger than a woman. So by 10%.
And I want to guess that even that 10% is there kwa sababu the kind of issues we tackle as men. The kind of situations we go through as men.
I just slid in there. Okay,
I'm excited. I'm so excited about this topic because I'll get to brush some things on your face.
I know. And I'm excited. I mean, it's not every day that we are here to tackle these issues.
Yeah.
Conversation. I'm looking forward to having amazing discussions around it.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
So let us introduce our first artist. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the very best female artists, female dancers, and male artists, male dancers, and male creatives manze kwa hii space. So without any further ado, I introduce Freelancers 254.
Freelancers 254, the stage is yours.
Yeah. All right. Okay. One time. Oh.
Chini ya mwamba wa daizama, una mashida zimejipanga, za kushewa tadhani baraka, za kufanya ucheze akwaba. Chini ya mwamba wa daizama, una mashida zimejipanga, za kushewa tadhani baraka, za kufanya ucheze akwaba. Bora uhai, bora uhai, bora uhai, bora uhai, hey, bora uhai, bora uhai, bora uhai, bora uhai, hey.
Wanakucheka una madeni, wanakucheka una mapeni, lakini Mungu anakupenda. Basi noma pambika, mdogo mdogo tingika, kila mtu banjuka, sihebu katika, noma pambika, mdogo mdogo tingika, kila mtu banjuka.
The bananas move to the right, the shoulder bananas move to the left. Hit it and up, zungusha, zungusha. Bora uhai, bora bora bora,
bora uhai, bora uhai,
hey, bora uhai, bora uhai, bora bora bora, bora uhai, bora uhai, hey,
kapigwa geta na mabosi wengi, kapigwa geta na wanyakuzi, ukiteke kitu stop paka mwako, ukishinda ati umeshinda loto.
Bora uhai, bora uhai, bora bora bora, bora uhai, bora uhai, hey, bora uhai, bora uhai, bora bora bora, bora uhai, bora uhai, hey.
First of all, I have to apologize. I have to apologize for the wrong introduction, man. Ni vile hiyo story na hiyo discussion ilikuwa imejaa kwa akili. So, but anyway, moving on swiftly, guys. Tuanze tu kwa luku. Hebu kwanza tuanze kwa luku, manze. Hii what's going on hapa hivi kwa kichwa, manze?
Kitu hapa hivi. Ndio cheki tu.
Ni requirement ya kukua kwa group nini? Ama
hii ni ka brand yetu tu ya.
Okay. Inakaa fiti, manze.
Shukuru, man.
Yeah, man. So, nataka tu to go through a small history of the group, sindio? So first of all, I want you guys to introduce yourself maybe by name, ndio mafans hapo nje maybe waweze kuwajua, tukianzia kwako.
Mimi ni Richie. Instagram ni Richie_freelancer. I'm the CEO of this team, Freelancers 244.
Wewe ndio manager.
So, tukaa hiyo.
Yeah, I go by the name T Republic pale Instagram, Republic with a K.
All right.
Santo Momo, Santo_Momo Instagram.
Okay. So Momo,
Yeah.
hii crew ilianza when?
Hii crew ilianza kitambo, tulikuwa jeshi. Kitu kama miaka 4-5 hivyo. Tulipatana kampo.
Yeah. When kampo gani that is?
KU.
So it started out as mlianza kama waimbaji ama, because I believe you guys, I knew you as dancers before music, sindio? So how did it now get into music?
Tumekuwa madancer for the longest time, tunaweza kumbuka. So tumework na wasanii wengi kama dance and stuff.
Yeah.
And then before hata gengeto nikam tukaanza kuimba. Ikafika place tukaona pia sisi tunaweza imba, tunaweza katika. So ndo kwa performing artist hivyo sasa.
So what interest, nini li draw interest yenu kwa muziki sasa?
Tuseme passion. Alafu kuangalia struggles na unapita venye umejituma na place huko unaweza dumo kufika place unaweza taka kuwa. Yeah, so tukaji-challenge tunaweza fanya hii kitu.
Na so far tangu mwingi kwa hiyo scene ya muziki kunaendaje?
Kuko fiti. Sikuba tuweze lalamika.
Kuko fiti ama kuko fiti? Unajua kuna tofauti. Kuna kuko fiti, manze kuko fiti mbaya, lakini kuko fiti.
So unajua struggles muhimu
kweli.
Zuka, lakini tunashukuru tu God so far kwa sawa. Yeah.
So Richie, nani alikuwa na the main idea ku come up na group? Like ilianzaje? Ilianza kama kikundi, ilianza kama mtu mmoja akaita jeshi ya wase wengine, ama ilianzaje?
So nasiki pale so tunakuanga na base ya kuchili pale KU ndio annex. So hiyo ni base sasa walikuwa napatana ikifika hapo Thursday hapo nini kushine mamut nini. So napata sasa wengi walikuwa nenda huko. Basi wa sherehe nini. So huko ndio ilianzia. So like tulikuwa tunakutana tu moja. So msee hapo single fit nini. So huyo kama tu form team.
Okay.
As time goes by tukapata tukagrow hadi madem nini. So tulikuwa mbogi manzee mtuka 11 na endelea. Yeah, so sasa hizo tumeuliza ya nini nilifanya tuingie kwa muziki. Mimi naweza sema nilikuwa nimeaspire manzee, like from 10 nilikuwa najipata bana na naona msanii hivi anapiga show sana, anaanza kuimagine ni mimi yani. Unanipata?
Yeah.
So hiyo stuff ilikuwa inani drive yani, nilikuwa na ile urge fulani nitakafika hiyo point. But kwanza ndio iko rahisi juu unajua kila kitu kilikuwa nataka ganzi nini.
Yeah.
So like unapata si juu mimi pia ni dancer, nikapata na madancer tukamua acha tuanze na dancing.
Okay.
tukapush dancing hapo hivyo hadi kitu 2018 August. Tukaamua hata tuingie muziki kiasi juu manze nimeona mimi nilikuwa na feel time imefika nini ya kwanza. Tukatoa hiyo ngoma tumepiga ya kwanza bora uhai. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa ya kwanza. So hiyo tulikuwa natoa tu kwa shua sana lakini ile tumamua manze hata tuingie stuff.
Man.
Kuna vitu kadhaa ikabidi tena tumerudi kwa dance band 2019 tukasupport wasanii wa bigi kwanza. Kuna nikata time yetu bado haijafika. Ni tutarudi tu. Sasa ndio tumekama.
Nimekuona sana kwa nataka kuongelea wewe specifically because nimekucheki sana kwa video mob za wasee. Na mara mob una playing role ya not just a dancer, si ndio? But kuna zile videos zenye pia umekuwa kama model in some sort, si ndio? So ulifikaje kwa hiyo level? Like what made you now enda kwa hiyo stage ya kuanza kukua?
Mimi naweza sema unajua mimi nakuwa msee mwingine social sana ushinda kila mtu. So napata mimi ubonga na kila msee, una get? Sana nakonga na hype fulani, yani napenda kujaribu vitu tofauti yani. So nikisikia mwili nataka kwenda hii position, mimi huyo tekete kinione aje. So napata on the process ya kujiona na wasee ile ma referrals nini. Kazipata tu manze pia hizo levels nimeniona tu.
Man.
Nikitry mimi nilikuwa
So how was the experience specifically kwa kuna msee kama tuseme Nadia Mukami?
Nadia na hiyo experience ilikuwa feature. Ilikuwa bie. Mimi sisi sema nini ama nini. Experience ilikuwa poa, tumetembea na yeye, tumewaka na yeye fiti. So far so good manze, hadi time tukamua sasa ni sisi tunaingia, tunarudi kwa hiyo field man. Tuone nini tunaweza leta
kwa hiyo game.
Manze.
So are those guys wenye mlikuwa mna artists wenye mlikuwa mmefeature in their songs, are they supporting your projects enough? Do you think there's enough support for you guys now that mmeingia kwa music?
Tuliingia music 2018. But since then kuna unacheki ngoma fulani tumetoa hii bora hai. Poze manze Willy Paul manze alipiga hiyo ngoma, una get? Sasa inapata hiyo time like hatukuwa tunajiona na hizo stories za copy. Sikuwa nimeingia muziki sana ni hizo story na copyrights nini. So huyu jamaa alisample song yetu manze na ikaenda hiyo.
Bora ile
bora hai.
Yenye alitoa na OG.
Ile alitoa na OG.
Okay.
Sasa unajua tukatry kumhanda hivi lakini alikuwa analenga tu bana. Sasa hata bongi. Alikuwa basi ni time zafika lakini acha tu keep pushing. At least niliona kama msimefikiria point ame sample song yetu inamaanisha tuko na potential fulani.
Ilikuwaje ndio akafika kusample ngoma?
Nikawa kuna venye producer huko mwendelea na yeye kuna venye wanajuana kutoka tena. Sasa hapo mimi sijui niliendelea chini ya maji, mimi sikia tu jamaa shani. Lakini yeye pia alikuwa anasema producer mwenyewe anasema like yeye pia kujua sijui atiduaje. Mimi sasa atungeshindia kitu moja. Sema acha tuendelee.
So what makes you stand out as a crew? Kwa sababu I think nimeona kwa performance na show mob sana nimeona kama freelancers. Na mara mob kuna kuanga na ile mnakuanga na fan base zingine muenda different na crew zingine ama group zingine.
Tunaimba kwanza. Tunaoga fiti. Tuna make sure anywhere we go to presentable. Najua tena manzi mimi nimekuwa dancer kutoka kitambo bana kwa mdogo. So kuna venyadi wazazi wetu wanatubeba, wanabeba dance kama choko sana.
Exactly,
so ilikuwa hii Kenya manzi dance ni noma. Dance ilipi, mimi siwezi danganya ilipi poa.
Okay.
Lakini ni stage ya kila msee, stage yenye msee mwenye amejituma fiti lazima apitie. Na kuna otherwise.
But why do you think dance ilipi na dance inakuanga like a bridge? Unaona msanii anatoa ngoma, haiwezi enda tu kwa video bila kuwa na dancers. Kuna ngoma zenye zinahitaji dancers. Dance ina form a very important part of you. But why?
Hiyo ni ukweli.
So shida ni
lakini sasa behind the scene ujui nini happen. Sasa mtu kama mimi nime experience na wakina wasanii wa bigi kila kwanza Calligraph kina Nadia kina Roboy nani wote nimewaka nao. Lakini ile point tu msanii amejitoa fit yani aseme hata nichukue hii ganzi fulani niweke madansa peke yake. Man utakuwa unafikiriwa mwisho huko, utaikuwa kwa budget at first.
Why?
Maana
Kwa sababu
nika-
mi na assume ule mse mwenye anakujanga kushoot, si ndio? Videographer anakujanga anafanya shughuli yake anajengwa, si ndio?
Yeah.
Dancer anakam anafanya shughuli yake anakuwa sidelined. Where is the problem? Is the problem with the dancer ama the artist?
Ni artist manze, dancer haja iko na shida bana. Madansa ndio urembesha video.
Because unaona at the same time kuna dance
connection nini? Pati yako na dansa mwingine tofauti. Una get?
Yeah.
Kuna mali lazima upitie, yani ungangane, yani ndio ufike point fulani. But kuna mwenye labda atakuja na njia zake. Maana mimi sijui nakuangaje, lakini the point is hasa ni walipe sisi atuko si kati zaidi, si kama juu. Yenye unaweza sema unaweza lipa rent ikusustain fiti na ndo ya dance. Lazima uko na side hustle. Bora tu madarasa ngapi zimeanguka manze kutoka kitambo
kweli.
Wase yani hawajiwezi. Na wasanii wa Kenya pia ni wase wanaogopa kutoboka.
Okay.
Una get? So like atafanya kitu kama ina benefit, si ina kubenefit wewe. Anajifikiria kibinafsi yani. Mbada. Sasa si manze tulitoka na hiyo shit man.
Amen.
Tukamwacha tupatane feel, si wote tujueni aje.
Tupambane.
Tupambane bana. Unajua si tuko na potential nyingine. Unajua si bado hata hajatuona bana. Si ndio tunakaa.
Ndio mnakaa.
Tumechill for a while, lakini sasa imefika ile point tunasema hapana bana.
So to expect to expect nini coming soon?
Project inaanguka next Friday. Next week on Friday tunaangusha. For naweza sema hiyo ni kasa comeback ya kustay sasa. Tunang'ana do it to inoma situai bana sisi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sasa good thing. So kuna place ulikuwa unataja hapo nyuma ukiexplain vile mlipatana, unasema kuna base mlikuwa sherehe and everything. Na bongo mkeyo kunanga masomo.
Kuna masomo bana. Jamani kwa content.
Na bongo keyo kuna masomo. Mbona?
Hiyo iko all round. Kuna masomo, kuna sherehe, kuna kujuana, kuna kujua watu.
Yani kuna kila kitu, ni cocktail.
Ni cocktail. So ina depend una survive aje, wewe inakupeleka aje. Huwezi kwa duanzi upotezwe.
Okay, na wewe nyinyi sasa hivi mna survive aje basi?
Sisi.
Pea boy child siri. Unajua leo tunasaidia boy child. Pea boy child tip. Hata ukichangia story. Wewe una survive aje KU kama individual?
Survive aje?
KU.
Mimi nilimaliza.
Okay. So kila mtu amemaliza hapa?
Mimi sijamaliza.
Haya sawa, wewe ambia. Saidia mwanaume mwenzako hapa nje.
Kujua? KU.
Unajua, acha nikwambie, it's a very crucial thing. Imagine say parent asikie. Ukipeleka sijui mtoto KU sijui nini and stuff. It has an impact in as much as tunaweza puza. So just lightly to juju generally. What is your say on that? One as creatives, two as a student. Kwa hiyo chuo.
Okay, mimi naweza sema hivi. Unajua ukiingia tu unajua KU it's like any other school. Hakuna difference. Hata ukienda hizo chuo zingine vitu zinaendelea hiyo kampu bado zinaendelea kwa hii kampu. Lakini juu unapata KU sasa ndo big yani. Hiyo sasa inatumia kama example. Lakini the truth is ni stuff ina happen chuo zote yani.
Okay.
Alafu chuo unajua chuo manze kampu hakuna msana kufuatilia. Ni venye umeji. Hakuna venye utakius chuo ati inafanya si perform. Ina depend umejituma level gani. Umefika which level ndo sema hapana. Una get? Na tangu ufike hiyo point useme nyewe chuo manze ni jengi nini. Lazima kukuwe na reasons. So ni mse individual analeta reasons zake out, asema ni juu ya this and that ndio nafanya si perform ama nimefika hii level fulani.
Okay, good stuff manze. So ladies and gentlemen, if you continuing watching us, remember we are live on YouTube at E_squared_KE. Na tuko hapa na amazing gentlemen wanaitwa Freelancers 254. They're doing amazing things kwa industry. Jani yao manze ni interesting. Na bado tunaendelea na the conversation of the month yenye ni a very good question. What makes a man? Si ndio? what makes a man? Na nikirudisha hii swali kwenyu, si ndio? What makes a man? Kivyako. Mwanaume ni nani?
Okay, wenye tu msanii alimbanga tu mwanaume ni effort. Mimi naweza sema like okay, mwanaume ni inakaa mna lot of responsibilities. Wase expect a lot kutoka a man. So definition ya man inaweza differ na kila mtu. But me mwanaume ni effort.
Na do you think hizo expectations zenye watu ama community iko nazo kwa mwanaume, are they too much ama ziko tu sawa?
50-50 hapo. Because inategemea, unaweza pata mwanaume kwa society fulani ana responsibility the same na kwa mwanaume wa society nyingine. Unaweza kuna place wanaume ni kama kings, kuna place wanaume lazima ingie huko chini mazee watafute difu. So ina depend tu.
Okay, so does that mean that ule mwanaume mwenye ni king afai kuprovide ama
haifai kumini hivyo?
Okay, sawa. Umenipoteza kidogo. Richie, what makes a man? Wewe ndio manager. Unajua watu wanakuona. Ukijibu vibaya kuna show next week. Anyways,
what makes a man?
Yeah.
I think venye tu jamaa amesema hivi. Mwanaume I think si mwenye ako capable ku handle easy life issues ama responsibilities. Unajua hii story ilianzia kwa Bible.
Yeah man.
I get. Iliandikwa man that toil hard. So I think ukichukua tu hiyo verse ya Bible hiyo na ujeke uone kama unaenda unambatana nayo. You're a man.
Okay.
Uko sawa.
Okay. What makes a man, bro?
Umesema zote. Nasema tu zote. What makes a man ni bidii. First of all, you know a man is supposed to be 99% outside,
okay,
1% inside. And then what makes a man is also taking responsibility. As a man, lazima take responsibility, everything, familia, gori. So I think that's what makes a man.
Yeah, man. Side. Amazing, amazing. You've heard it from this amazing gentleman with us here on the show. To Freelancers 254 now. They are going to perform their next track, and then tukirudi tutakuwa tunamalizia hii conversation, au sio? All right.
Aha, kakitu kakatike Freelancers
Kiambata twasikie totelegeza nyondo upiko ya mbokona uo mtindo pewe tumbotatisha na fimbo design ya tarimbo.
Niko on na mandom form niko
kata,
niko low libido minadai
kata,
kata na dai kuwa
kata,
mikono juu kama wewe unapenda
toto.
Niko on na mandom form niko
kata,
niko low libido minadai kata na dai kuwa
kata.
Shika mimba, nimedunga timba na kajaba binatamba, nimemedi jogi amebeba kamba, ninapenda haga mini malaya nite simba, mtoki iko sete usniite Alejandro, kuwacheza wapi Alexandro. Oya, turudi uko mwanzo, nisha fall futi 7 kwa idanjo.
Kata,
niko low libido minadai kata na dai kuwa
kata,
mikono juu kama wewe unapenda
toto.
Niko on na mandom form niko
kata,
niko low libido minadai kata na dai kuwa mikono juu kama wewe unapenda.
Aha, Britina ma Empress, riba za mala toka Bongo Tony Express, examanani basi chima na baki shapeless, iwe imendete ya ndote siko shameless. Cheki, teme kata mini danda, ukimbiza hiyo nungu kakandanda, ukiwa kutu ama zabe mini dada, kwa kumoga pia hakuna mata.
Niko on na mandom form niko
kata,
niko low libido minadai kata na dai kuwa
kata,
mikono juu kama wewe unapenda
toto.
Niko on na mandom form niko
kata, niko low libido minadai
kata na dai kuwa kata, mikono juu kama wewe unapenda.
Nila nduko amefunga duka, sima shirona mdunga tukashuka, yeni shuka ndo maana na mshuka, kidogo nishike uwe funga, zini swage, iki umane mpeza pepa, cheki. cheki navutia wamboi. Ule dem alitapanga kemboi, akamkija nini mpige za kiboi. Kama pundani mbebe hadi joy. Niko on na mandom form niko kata, niko low libido inadai kata. Kata nadai kuwa kata, niko no juu kama wewe unapenda toa. Niko on na mandom form niko kata, niko low libido inadai kata. Kata nadai kuwa kata, niko no juu kama wewe unapenda toa. Aha, kakitu kakatike freelancers.
Asanteni sana.
Amazing stuff manze. Guys, you're watching Real Talent hapa hivi manze ndani ya show from dance to music. Si rahisi. Nataka kujitambua, si ndio? So I'm gonna deep into the Premier Gang inasema aje. Tuko na Caroline Atieno ametuma emoji za fire, moto, anasema show ni kali sana. We have Beatrice Patricia is tuned in, anasema the show is lit, ameka hapo emoji ya strong. Si ndio? Mwanaume ni effort, pia ametuwekea effort, okay. SHARO MISIFA ako locked in, amepiga tu makofi hapo manze. We have Brad Ongota anasema bora uwai, si ndio? Bora uwai manze. Uwai ni muhimu. Thanks so much Brad for tuning in. Tuko na Michael Black anasema freelancers. Amenua mikono juu hapa amesalenda. Big up. Anasema bora uwai, si ndio? And then Caroline tena anauliza the chill out vibe pia ni requirement ya kukua group ama hiyo vako wenye boy child hapa hivi ndani ya show ako humbled, ako cool, si ndio? And then tuko na Beatrice Patricia anasema Borrow High is a really great song, but how does it make them feel seeing people jamming to their original done by another artist, an artist who made headlines by claiming one of his song was sampled? I think basically anauliza how does mnasikiangaje ngoma ya Pose ikichezwa ya Borrow High?
Tusikiage hata.
But before how was it? How was the feeling?
Lazima utakasirika tu, lakini bora uhai.
Come move on.
Hiyo imata sana. I think it inamata ni what comes ahead yani. Unaget? Hiyo ilishaenda ni sawa, tulitikia tukakubali. But sasa ndio si tumekam. Sasa inaweza tutapatana na Esa kwa field yani sasa. Vizuri yani.
Felix Musumba anasema show ni moto, tuned in from Chicago. Thanks so much fellow manze, our ambassador from Chicago to represent fit huko manze, si ndio? I think from my take is regarding your song ni that ukiona msichana kukopi Joe ni mdeadly, si ndio? It means hapo mali imetoka kuna ingine deadly na kama, si ndio? So hizi washtua I believe coming to the show. Tukimalizia maybe tunaweza pia na social media handles za crew. Teke kwa hii kamenje.
On all social media platforms najita freelancers 254. Yani Facebook, IG, wapi kila mali ni hivyo tu 254.
Yeah man.
Yeah man, subscribe to next Friday tuna drop kitu moto.
Tell us a little bit about that. So can you
the title of the song is Our Babas. Nimekuwa tu maintain vitu venye tu Babas uko yani. Inaitwa Babas.
Good timing. Timing. Hiyo mnakuja kulaunch hapa.
Hiyo ni mbaya.
Good timing. Umesema inaitwa aje?
Inaitwa Babas.
Babas.
Exactly.
I like it.
Nani ya piano. Piano vibe.
I'm a piano vibe.
Yep.
So when are we launching it here?
Tupe siku. Bora inaanguka Friday, tunaweza mua hata hiyo Friday.
Guys, Wababa is officially launching on his squared anytime from next week Friday. Au sio?
Yep.
Ndio tuna celebrate Wababas.
Yep.
All right. Thanks so much guys for coming to the show. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay. Yes man, tunaenda kakisonga guys. For each and everyone who is tuned in, remember, just a reminder, we are live on YouTube at E_squared_KE, and on Facebook we are also available at Eastern's Expressions. To go Twitter and Instagram at E_squared_KE. It's an amazing month. It's a new month, and we are having a very amazing conversation here, celebrating the gentlemen in the country in the community, in the society, in Africa and all over the world. Sindio, those uncles, those dads, those brothers, we are here to celebrate them. Sindio. And we had an amazing conversation on the streets regarding this topic. We are out there, we were talking to guys. We were basically trying to get their opinion on our main question of this month, what makes a man? So they had something to say. And then Josephine will be coming back to discuss that with an amazing panelist who is in the building with us today. So right after the break,
We are back for E Squared Mtani na tutakuwa tunakam live to you each and every Saturday on YouTube at E_Squared TV, courtesy of Eastlands Expressions, courtesy of Black Boy Music, and of course courtesy of Black Boy Media. So this month, Boy Child, mlituma request. We're here to deliver and make your dreams come true. We're going to be celebrating you guys, talk about some of the expectations that the society has on you guys, and of course, just get to understand what it really takes to be a man. We're going to be having this conversation all of this month. Na hapa mtaani, tuko buruburu. This is what the guys had to say. Welcome back to the show. My name is Carolina Chino. Who is a man? Or you talk about a man? Mwanaume ni nani?
A man ni yule mtu anategemewa kwa nyumba, kwa society. Area zote ni a man lazima kuwe. A man ni yule mtu anaweza jua nini inaendelea kwa society. Hata vile mnatuambia a woman anaweza sana, lakini a man lazima kuwe.
Yeah.
Ndio founder kila kitu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Role ya mwanaume kwa society ni kaa protection. Ya pili, lazima provide food na education to the family.
He has talked about to provide, a man being a provider. We mentioned a man being provider. So maybe tukianzia tu hapo. Ina take nini mwanaume kujituma aweze kuprovide familia yake, yeye pia aweze kukeep up na expectations zake na zile za society pia?
Lazima work hard sana na ucooperate na watu. Unajua kuna machama ya wanaume. At the same time, ukiona mahali unashindwa, unaweza kaa chini na wife unamwambia vile kuko.
A man yule tu kutoka sema saa hii kama mimi ni saa hii niseme mimi, lazima kuna wale tunafundisha na brothers na sisters, kuna wale kwa hata kwa nyumba. Kutoka lazima wajue watafanya nini, watakula. Hata huko SHARO lazima wazazi wakutegemee, wajue ya nani yako Nairobi, lazima tungangane tu.
Okay. Yeah. Now how do you deal with all that?
Nikukuja tu hapa mimi ni paita hapa. Nikukuja tu tunategemea tu, naomba tu Mungu pika tuone kama ule atatokelezea tutafanya.
Okay. Ni nini una feel tunaweza fanya as a society ndio community ikuwe a place yenye mwanaume pia anaweza sema like, of course, okay, 50-50 inaweza kosa ku work, but mimi nikileta hii, mdem alete hii, tunaweza work out something. Tunaweza fanya je to create a community yenye iko equal to all genders.
Kenyans hata tukijaribu tuweke hizo vitu za equal, hata uko top, uko juu, unaona si uogopa mtatuara, unaona? Hata hiyo mambo ya equalness huwa tutaki. You dare ya power sana, hata nyinyi uplan mwoverturn sisi. Hiyo ndio plan yenu. Huwa mna plan hivyo, unaona? Yes, hata mimi na feel the same way because hata ukiangalia religion kama Catholic society, utapata a woman cannot be a, let's say, a priest. Yeah. So hapo already natuonyesha ati we should go to the historical. Yeah.
Okay.
At the same time utapata still lazima tulipe dowry. Why is it that watuweke ati kwa fair? Once you can mnaweza ishi pamoja muelewane. Kwa nini dowry wasiweke ati lazima? Because some ladies you are given a certain condition that you must pay us this and this and this. Na pengine wewe hauko in that situation ya kulipa hizo.
Ile kusema 50-50 inasema walete 20%. Mimi ni 80%. Changia maneno kama amesema. Kwa sababu hii maneno ya 50% kileta 50-50. Pengine mimi nitakuja na 20 kwa nyumba. Utanifukuza na hiyo 20. Utanitupia hata utanipiga na hiyo 20. Juu hapa Marsabit niseme kama mimi. Si tunakaa hapa hata wiki moja tutakuja kazi hatujaguza, lakini sasa ile ulipata customer mzuri amekujenga smart. Sasa hiyo pesa wewe mwenyewe utajua amechukua hii pesa ukali si smart.
Hii mambo unasema ati mademo alitedo kwa hao. Like mimi nasikia sijao, lakini bado si vurutana. Unajua tunavurutania nini? Tunavurutania doku jioni. Wewe unasema ati hiyo ushinda tu mimi siko serious. Unaona, you are not serious. Hata akinitext unapata tu siko serious. Mimi ndatafuta another guy, unaona? Sasa ndio unapata mimi chali na nataka nikuwe na madem kama watatu. Unaona? Ama wanne, unaona? Ndio niweze hata mimi kwa nijiamini mimi ni mwanaume, unaona? Ama man, lakini zile vitu za man haziendi through, unaona? Umekatia dem anakuambia nimtumie dosa hii. Unaona? Anataka zao, nimtumie zao. Leo ni Friday. By Monday udem bana anataka do. Nikimtumia so tatu unasikia you are not serious.
Don't you think that will put more pressure on you, because when you have 4 girlfriends inamaanisha you have to be accountable for each one of them.
Unapata kuna dema kutishido.
Okay.
Unapata. Sai naongea na madem wale wako na wachaleka, ana pressure ule chali ajaoa, juu anajua ule chali ako na do ana drive. Mimi juu ni bwana yake nimekuja hapa niko hapa hata nipigie simu the whole day, hata kunitext, hata nitext juu anajua sina do. Juu ni wifi, labda ni wifi ama ako tu pale kwa nyumba, hata text another man. Juu ule anajua na drive. Watakutana naye the whole day, wafanye everything wanazafanya. At the end of the day nikikuja mimi tu nikumuongelesha. Hata hizo vitu nitamuongelesha achukui nikani kitu, unaona?
There you have it, guys. This has been E Squared Mtaani. You know, it's been a minute. I know you've loved the conversation, but guess what? You get to send us a comment on the comment section right here on Island's Expressions, coming right to you every Saturday from 2 p.m. that we have on men that might be overwhelming, that might push them to make certain decisions, and of course, that may be a burden to them. My name is Caroline Atieno, and until next time, do have a beautiful evening.
Okay, very interesting conversation right there. Tulienda mtaani, na those are the views watu wako mtaani, men wenye wako mtaani they are struggling with. So, wow, it's interesting. And today I'm joined by Thomas Ogendo. He's been here before. But the last time we had you on another conversation. But today you're here in a different capacity as the program manager for the African Boy Child Network.
Yes, yes.
Karibu sana.
Thank you.
And I think from that conversation, I think ndio tutaanza hii conversation yetu. From that mtaani ndio tutaanza conversation yetu. Maybe your views, you have watched what the men have to say. Give us what you think, your views of that discussion, and then we delve right into this.
Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to handle that issue because you're in the street seeking opinions.
Yes. It's their opinion.
You're in the street seeking opinions.
Yeah.
But from where I sit, I normally work with the facts that are sacred.
Okay.
So I can say what those men were sharing out, they're their own experience, things they are seeing in their own lives.
Yeah.
So they're speaking their heart.
Yes.
So I can say, like from my own perspective, some of them are just perception. Others are saying actual things.
Yeah.
And others are fascinating things that are yet to happen in the coming generation. Yeah, so it's a general opinion as regard to some individual experience or acquired experience. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That's a very, very interesting way of looking at that conversation. Sijui kama unajaribu kuhepa something or you're just cleverly.
In fact, I'm not trying to escape from anything.
Yes.
Because one, this is my field of interest.
Okay.
I've been fighting for the plight of the boy child ever since I realized.
Yeah.
In the first place, there was a contradiction of law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I realized we were subjected as men to much pain than we are even expressing it.
Yeah.
Because majority are speaking from their own individual experience.
Yeah.
They have not touched things in regard with the law. And that's why I'm saying this is an interesting conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm ready to exhaust it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get right into it. We have mentioned that you're the program manager of the African Boy Child Network.
Yes.
Let us start from there. Why was this organization formed? What gaps did you find in the society for it to exist in the first place?
Actually, speaking about African Boy Child Network, African Boy Child Network was founded in 2017. So this is the 4th year we are in operation. And the main reason why African Boy Child Network was formed was to redeem somebody called Mr. Boy Child. After realizing certain gaps within the community, and in regard, some are individual decisions, others are state-owned policies that are formulated by the who we call policy implementers. So we looked at different sectors. First, we were concerned with the mental health, issues affecting men related to mental health. We were looking at it at, things to deal with the entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Yeah, then we are looking at things so we call countering violence extreme. What is the relationship between our men and the crime rate?
Okay.
How do we compare the crime rate of men with respect to ladies? So these are some of the things we are handling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? What caused you to sit down and say, you know what, this is a very big problem? Is it that? Is it from factual figures, or how did you come up? Why did you actually come up with this?
It's from factual figure.
Yeah.
Actually, I can tell you, it is from a factual figure, and in the essence that we were looking at it at a point of view that we have what we call generational gap.
Yeah.
The generation of the 19th century cannot be compared by the current generation.
That's true.
And we have to accept that.
Yeah.
So we have what we call the generational gap. Now we were trying, how do we bridge the generational gap by ensuring that we accommodate somebody called Mr. Boy Child, or rather men, within the program without girls feeling inferior. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do we end the confrontation between female empowerment, or rather ladies empowerment, and boys empowerment without discriminating any gender?
Okay.
So even our programs, they are with the respect to gender equality.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So as we start, as you've mentioned the generational gap, where do you think this gap it came from, and how do you think we have gotten to where we are now, where there's so much of conversations that there's a time women were empowered too much, the boy child was left out of the room. At what point, I don't know whether that's actually factual, but that's the conversation out there, you know. I'm sure you've had it. And so I'm wondering, at what point did that generational gap bring in all these issues that the men are facing today?
You know, when you mention something to deal with the generational gap, and actually allow me to mention this, most of the challenges we are facing today, they are as a result of failing to address that generational gap. How do our young boys transit to adulthood without harming the community, without indulging in activities that are against their dreams and the expectation of the society? So generational gap, it started first. We have to appreciate the technology is living with us. So we are living with a generation that is called a knowing it all generation. There's nothing you can teach them. There's nothing you can teach them. So it's your responsibility to ensure that any program that you are developing is in line with their rebellion and coincide with their rebellion to bring the point of neutralization. That's the only way out.
And what is causing this fact that there's a generation that has been raised that knows it all? They can't be told stuff. Is there a breakdown right from the family, or where is this coming from?
Yeah, there's a breakdown. One, we are expecting too much from the boy child without empowering the boy child.
Yeah.
We are condemning the boy child instead of giving him the direction. So immediately we start condemn, they want to prove a point.
Okay.
That is why they build on too much revenge. So that revenge even continues to widen the gap. That's why today they have decided to talk in a language nobody understands apart from themselves. And it is called the digital native language. So the digitalization, we have shift in policies. Yeah, if I look a bit into our constitution at some point is also contributing to this generational gap in terms of transition. One, there's contradiction. If you go to Article 57 of the Constitution, it speaks of every child as a right and equal before the law. Yeah. If you go to Article 53 of the Constitution, it now condemns Mr. Boychel with reference to that right that was given, that you have equal right before the law, whether you are a female or a male. Now this is the punishment. If you go to Article 53 of the Constitution, it speaks of the Sexual Offences Act. So when you mention something to do with the Sexual Offences Act, it now takes you back. Anybody found penetrating. So who is the penetrator in this case? Of course, Mr. Boychel. Yeah. Shall be charged before the court of law for which action?
The penetration.
The penetration. So you find that even our laws, they are contradicting. Then we are handling boys with too much perception to a point whereby we are failing to concentrate on the real facts. Yeah. If you look at the 19th century generation, yes, we must accept we had no advancement in terms of technology. Yeah. And boys were disciplined. You could discipline a boy and you don't expect rebellion. Today, try at your own risk.
That statement is very loaded. Actually, what you've all said is very loaded. So, okay, who is failing to discipline?
Not who is failing.
Yeah.
What I normally say is just simple.
Yeah.
There's no blame game here. Because if today we decide to destroy a community, and I normally say this, the world is a bad place not because of the bad deeds of the bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. So it's a matter of everybody accepting that I, as Thomas, have failed in this mess, and therefore I need to start digging into this matter before it gets out of hand. So I can't point fingers at the government. I can't point fingers at the social institutions. I can't point fingers at the institutions of learning. I can't point fingers to parents. But one thing we must accept, everybody has a responsibility in upbringing of the guy called Mr. Boychild. Yeah.
So we have all failed as a society.
We have all failed as a society in the manner how we handle the boy child.
Okay. So what do we do as a society to start correcting how we are handling the boy child?
You know, before we reach to a point of what do we do, you cannot handle something or you cannot treat a disease you don't know the cause.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
So how do you diagnose the cause to this mess? Yeah, it's first by finding out which language are these people speaking. Then I said, you have to make laws or reforms that are in line with their rebellion, so that as they develop that rebellion, it reaches what we call a saturation point, where they're now coinciding with the policy.
And okay, yeah, I hear you. I hear you about making policies, making a change to the policies that are already in place. But what of issues to do with personal behavior, social change? Like, it is something that comes from you as a person, as a man. How will that coincide with the policies that are being made?
Of course, the rebellion, when I mention policy, I'm not only referring to documented policies.
Okay.
Of course, in every household, there must be policies, whether rules that govern your family.
So culture, so to speak.
Yeah.
So it's the culture as well.
Actually, yeah, it's somehow
culture.
the culture.
Yeah.
But when again you mention culture, cultures varies. Yeah. And when I take like my country, cultures vary, especially here in Kenya.
Yeah, true.
We have the society that expects equal from both boys and girls, and trains them towards that direction. Do we blame that society for the mess?
No.
No. We have a society that expects too much from boys, and they believe boys are born to suffer. Yeah. Whereas ladies spend time at, mentoring their girls and telling them how boys are bad. Our boys are left loitering in bars. So it means family cultures also affect the negative trajectory of our boys into the entire mess. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with that family unit, because I feel like it's the basic. That's where you and me get our values from, you know? So if we are not addressing the family unit, how exactly are we supposed to address? We go right up messed up in terms of the boy child.
Yeah, in terms of the boy child, what I can say, of course, you cannot expect to clean the rest of the world when your house is dirty. So it starts from within. It starts from accepting that you're dealing with a digital generation. Yes? And it's not the conversation of how boys are bad that matters. It's the conversation of boys and girls are equal. And if we can frame our argument in relation to the Bible, of course, every human being is equal before the eye of the Lord. Point of view.
Yeah.
So as a family, are you guiding your boy in the spiritual line? And if that is so, what are you not doing? Because we have some principles of mentoring or taking care of boys. Boys love people who engage them.
Yeah.
Boys love people who equip them.
And challenge them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys love people who empower them. Yeah. People who reminds them that they are great. People, not people who condemn them when they do wrong.
Yeah.
So it starts from the family. Then after the family level is when now the society can pick it. And we have to agree this. The society has shifted. Some time back, a child could do a mistake and will be punished by anybody.
Yeah.
Today, you cannot punish someone's child.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to also accept this shift within the community. Thereafter, we now start our reasoning from that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thomas, let me throw in a spanner in the works, yeah? We are this generation that was, I believe me and you are in that generation that were raised those days where we had organizations coming to schools and saying, sasa, we want to talk to the girls, and then the boys mnaweza enda huko kwa field mcheze, tukimaliza tutawaita. Do you feel like that our generation has birthed a different set or some perspective in the men because they felt like they were left out of the room, they were left out of conversations that probably would have saved, what we are seeing today as, the people that we are complaining, oh, these days men are weak, men are this, men are that, Is it that is where, or such kind of conversations messed up something in their perspectives?
Sorry. I must say such a conversation really messed up the system. The reason is we are creating a gender conflict. Because which kind of talks normally goes on during those conversations? And I remember very well, organization used to come to our school boys go to the field.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That, like that's why
You're
I
left
said I think
talking with
our,
girls.
I
So-
think that's why I said our generation faced a lot of that. And
another fact,
Yeah.
if now I tell you fact, do you know the women empowerment as compared to men empowerment is not even 50%. So what matters is the conversation during these meetings. Are the conversations building both genders or are they dividing both genders? So most of the organizations, they lacked clear visions in terms of drafting the girl-child empowerment plan. One, they based their energies on things to deal with the teenage pregnancies, forgetting that these girls, some of them are not even pregnated by the school boys. Some of them are pregnated outside. Yeah. So the conversations that are taking place during those meetings are what matters to the generation upward trajectory movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know currently there are organizations that are trying to correct that, yeah? But do you think that it's too late? Or do we still have a chance
It's
to
not too
save the boy
late.
child?
It's not too late. Actually, this is the starting point of the conversation because we have now accepted that this issue is in our midst. Yeah. We have now accepted. We are even seeing girls registering highest number of education entry as compared to their male counterparts in some parts of the country.
That's true.
We are seeing ladies performing more than boys in other areas. Yeah. So it's not late to start the conversation of the things ailing our boys in the society.
Yeah.
And first, it's by accepting that me as an individual, I've failed in the mess.
Yeah.
So how do I handle it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where it has to start from
It starts from within.
a personal choice. So this show is dubbed Eastlands Expressions. And yeah, from the mtaani we watched, those are the views that were expressed there. Ni watu wa mtaa wameji express, wameongea what they feel, what they have experienced. And they touched on something to do with also the financial aspects, yeah? Of why sometimes they would feel they are inferior when their female counterparts are earning more and probably you're living in the same house. And of course, we've had a lot of talk about how this conversation or this kind of discrepancy is causing a lot of domestic violence in homes. How do we start remedying this? Because it's a conversation that is now happening more often than we want, and yeah, and I'm sure it is still tied to this conversation to do with how we are going to change the cultures, but we're already here. How do we remedy this so that we start having also a change of perspective?
Okay, thank you for the question. Do you know domestic violence is an end product of mental health challenge?
Yeah, just say that again.
Do you know domestic violence
Mhm.
is an end product of mental health challenge?
Mental health.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it is something you conceive in your brain.
Okay.
If your brain won't receive it positively,
Mhm.
you'll start developing conflict.
Automatically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have started conversations that are around the mental health,
Okay.
the
good.
issues contributing to these GBVs, and we are looking at these financial abilities, comparison between what is the relationship or how do men react when their female counterparts, in the name of their wives, are earning more than them.
Mhm.
We have, in the midst of those complaining, we still have those whose their wives are earning more than them,
Mhm.
but they feel secure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did these people undergo this training to a point they are where they are? Yeah. So kind of what they said, at some point I say, we have concentrated as a society too much on perception.
Okay.
Whereas you find these are some of the individual issues. Yeah.
Yeah.
These people once trained, yeah, they were once trained on mental health capacities.
Mhm.
You'll find them coping up with the situation, and they want to be talking of 50-50.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You even feel safe when your lady is contributing 80%.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to kind of reason as a man. You feel like something is not right. Yeah? But again, this is a modern society. Ladies are empowered. They are performing equally to boys. So there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Unless you have decided to remain unmarried.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay. So please just enlighten us more about the policies and what you're doing as African Boy Child Network to deal with these issues to do with mental health. You mentioned that's one of the top the issues that you deal with. Yes. So how are you addressing this mental health?
Okay, the mental health. We are doing campaign on mental health, and we are using different organizations. And you know, as African Boy Child, our interest is Mr. Boy Child, or rather, we concentrate too much on male gender. But we again don't discriminate to women, because one, I feel safe when undertaking this program, because director and the founder of African Boy Child Network is a lady.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this conversation started with the female gender.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even men, as we are undertaking this program on mental health, we know we have the backup of the female gender.
Yeah.
Because everybody, every single woman has a dream of having a responsible, accountable husband.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son.
You need somebody to listen to you.
Even a son.
Yeah, you need somebody to take care of your emotional feelings. You need somebody to handle your situation, positivity, irrespective of your mistake.
Yeah.
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 You need somebody to understand that mistakes are not final. Yeah, they're just an opportunity to learn for another advanced policies as an individual.
Okay.
So the issues surrounding mental health, it is affecting across generation. Doing mental health campaigns, and I think next week we'll be having one in Naivasha.
Okay.
And targeting even prisons. We want to know what is kind of the highest cause of crimes, because if you look at the criminal analysis, allow me to mention a bit. Out of 10 approved schools in this country, 7 are for boys.
That's a very high number.
Yeah?
Yeah.
7 are for boys. So it means the criminal rate, the crime rate of boys is still high as compared to girls.
Even the number of men in prison.
If you go to prisons, 80% of our inmates are men. So what is wrong? Is it the challenge of mental health? Because some are suicidal cases. Yeah. So why are men opting for suicide, or rather killing others or murder as a solution to their mental health issues? So we want to listen to boys.
Yeah.
We want to know what they say about their personal growth,
Okay.
how they think when challenges occur within their homes. So these are our interested areas in handling this aspect.
So are you hoping to achieve after the campaigns are done?
After the campaigns are done, actually we want to take boys. Our main agenda is to take boys to their rightful position, where they belong. We want boys to go where they belong, so that we can now work on restructuring our society to a responsible for safe landing of the coming generation.
So what? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking. Practically, are you planning to hold, programs in schools, or what are you trying? What are you going to be rolling out in days to come after the campaign?
Actually, we are planning to roll programs within the institutions.
Okay.
Yeah, because one, you'll also realize, even in our institutions, we have these challenges. You can imagine a child coming from a stressed family. Your mother, your father is stressed.
Yeah.
You yourself, you are stressed. So it's like two blind people leading each other, and they expect to go to their destiny.
Yeah.
It's actually difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, very
So we want, as we also target family, we also reach out to students, so that when they get out to the society and start facing the real world, they now have some experiences in handling some of the challenges they experience in terms of relationship, in terms of financial ability, in terms of general conflict, how to accept everyone in the society, accommodating opinions. Those are our areas of interest.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to such a society, because I think we will be dealing with half the problem we are dealing with now. It's going to be an interesting world that you're introducing to our next generation. And before I let you go, I think there's something that we should have, this is something we should have actually started with. What is the role of the man in the society? Because that is also something that was touched on a bit in the Mtaani, and it got lost somewhere in translation. But what is the role of the man in the society today? As I get the views on YouTube.
Okay, fine. Speaking about
yeah, what you think it is, yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's switch this mic.
After the sin, a man was given responsibilities. And I can say, God said, you love to toil. Yes? You love to toil, sweat for you to eat. Yeah? Then, God never stopped it from there. We were told, of course, the end of it all was. But from that biblical point of view, another generation came, the New Testament, that Jesus equalized everything, where even women who could not be seen in the tabernacle could now go to the tabernacle. So the role of the men in the society, one, they're expected to provide. That is biblical. Yeah. And nobody can change that. Yeah. The second thing, they're expected to take charge of the family, because even the Bible said their women will be subject to them. Yeah. So when we mention men, they're expected to take responsibility. The third thing, they're expected to accommodate the society, because as we go with the reference of the Bible, they were the first creature, the human being creature. Yeah. So role of men in simple, they're supposed to provide, they're supposed to be responsible, and these are just general responsibilities. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let me go to our YouTube people and see whether there are any comments, questions. Oh, I think most of these comments that were read from the artists that were here. Okay, Soft Touch Africa is saying, I'm loving the show. Thank you very much, Soft Touch Africa. Pinches, unakaa fiti. Ataringa. But amesikia, thank you very much. Steve Biko. Hey, I was about to ask for where you are, by the way. Steve is our #1 fan. He's always here every Saturday joining us. Steve, thank you for coming. And he's saying, kwanza madem wametufinya sana. Saizi unaambiwa utume hadi sadaka on Sunday. Hey, mkona mashida huku nje, poleni. Steve, yeah, that's the comment that he has said. You have anything to say about that?
What I can say
is it that we are placing too much expectation on the boy child? I think that's.
And I started from that perspective.
Yeah, it's the reference.
We are expecting too much from the boy child without empowerment.
Yeah.
Imagine a lady requesting you money without knowing where the money is coming from. Whether you're a thief, or whether whether you are going to steal it, any place you are going to get it. The end result, she wants money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are expecting too much from the boy child without proper empowerment, without proper guidance.
Yeah.
And that is what is happening today. You can imagine an institution, a boy child institution, where the head of guidance and counseling is a female. There's some of my internal issues I'll never share with a lady.
That's true.
I can only share them with a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you find some boys are dying inside with the real issues, but they cannot share them because there was no gender consideration.
Right from the institution. Also.
Right from the institution. That's why I said everybody is failing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody is failing in this mess. So if we can agree the government has failed, individuals has failed, institutions has failed, we can now start a point of discussion, a neutral discussion.
Yeah.
We now start it from there.
Yeah.
Be it when we are launching mental health. People are doing mental health in institutions. People are doing guidance and counseling in institutions. So that even as our boys come outside, they are told that manhood is not about physical appearance. It's about choices you make. Yeah. So I think that's the direction that we need to go as a community.
Right. I really don't want to add more to this conversation because it's an ongoing conversation. We can talk about this for, ages to come. And I'm glad that we're having this conversation for this whole month. Talk to parents, a parent who is watching, young parents like us, who are raising the next generation of men. What do you have for us? Like, what can we do to make sure that we are correcting what you also are trying to correct in the society? Okay, pointers, just small, quick pointers that you can point out to us.
Fine. What I normally tell a person: don't inspect what you don't expect. So inspect what you expect, and by inspecting what you expect means you have to do thorough mentorship to your boys. You need to engage boys. You need to listen to them. Don't condemn them and create kind of intergender conflict where they feel their ladies' counterpart are their enemies, and ladies also feel boys are enemies. Let us try to handle the conflict that happened between the family and the boys in a very positive point of view. Then another thing, let us train our boys on mental health issues. Let us train them on how to handle emotions, how they can grow strong.
Not to tell them that mwanaume hafai kulia, hafai kuongea.
Let us tell them how to handle grief.
Okay.
Yeah. And this can only happen through equipping, engaging, empowering our boys to take their responsibilities within the community.
All right.
Then never forget to lead your boys in the spiritual being. I can tell you, people normally forget boys quickly, and I don't owe anybody apology for that. If a boy starts being successful, that's the end with God. We have a good number that stick to the spiritual values. But we need also to guide our boys. Let us not tell them at their early age that a church is a mandatory thing because you are in my house and I normally go to church Sunday.
Yeah.
Guide them and tell them church is all about your relationship and your creator.
Yeah.
That way they'll build a strong foundation.
True.
So if you develop a strong foundation at the start of the building, you'll see your building lasting for long. But if you want now to build a foundation, you are starting a foundation at the middle, that house cannot even withstand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's a very good place to leave this conversation at. Thank you so much, Thomas, for coming to the show today. We always appreciate having you. Your insights are very valuable. And I think my key takeaways I have from your conversation is a lot more on engage the boy child a lot, talk to the men, train them, let them have a platform to talk, not to bottle up issues, because again, that's also part of their mental health. And providing mentorship, building a strong foundation right from the family unit, building a strong foundation with their creator, like laying a very good foundation for them right from when they're young.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, of course, by appreciating, we have technology and we cannot do anything about it.
Yeah.
So you, at times, as a parent, you'll be forced to speak the digital language.
Okay.
Learn how to speak
To them.
Yeah.
Their language.
Yeah. Then, of course, we'll reason with them and we'll know their real ideas. And thereafter, as a parent, of course, you'll have to use your rightful skills to come up with a strong resolution for your family. Yeah, so boys are not there to be intimidated. Boys are there to be guided and be shown the direction. That is what every man expects.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Thomas. And where can we find Africa Boy Child Network?
Africa
Are you guys on social media?
Yes, we are in social media.
Uh-huh.
We have our Facebook page,
Mhm.
African Boy Child Network.
Okay.
Then we have our email for any inquiry. That is, if you want some consultation in terms of guiding your men, in case you are experiencing a mental health issue within your community, within your family, within your community, if you want to engage us in your local organization, visit our website, www.africanboychildnetwork.org. You will find all our contacts there.
Yeah.
You will find all options that will lead you to reaching to us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as we wind up this conversation, we are celebrating our hero of this week, and it's none other than Boniface Mwangi. You guys know him. He's an activist, and he has done so much to also elevate this conversation as well, and to change certain perspectives and perceptions in our society. And we celebrate him today on E Squared, and we have something to show for that. Keep it here.
tumpe sifa, ainuliwe huyu baba wa huruma, tena tumpe sifa yeye, asifiwe huyu baba wa huruma, tena tumpe sifa yeye, ainuliwe huyu baba wa huruma, tena tumpe sifa. Yale mambo ya zamani umefanya historia, na tumewaonyesha vumbi ukasema sitolia. Una upendo wa kweli, unapendaga kwa sana, toka tene uko pamoja nami, ninakuita Hozana. We ndio mwema, ninakuita Baba, usiku mchana we ndo watawala kwa yangu maisha, wewe ni wa maana. Umenitoa kule kule nikiwa bure bure, sasa niko gude gude. Umenitoa kule kule nikiwa bure bure, sasa niko gude gude. Asifiwe huyu baba wa huruma, tena tumpe sifa yeye. Ainuliwe huyu baba wa huruma tena tumpe sifa yeye asifiwe. Huyu baba wa huruma tena tumpe sifa, ainuliwe. Huyu baba wa huruma tena tumpe sifa. Kwake niko sawa, sina lawama, ananipenda sana. Baraka ninapata toka kwake design, sina noma. And he's so good to me, hawezi kuniweka chini. Kila siku Mola uko na mimi, na hizi nina sababu kubwa ya kukuimbia Jalali. Umbali umenitoa, hakuna kama we, hakuna. Ninayependa ni wewe Baba, hakuna kama we, hakuna. Ninayependa ni wewe Baba, hakuna kama we, hakuna. Ninayependa ni wewe Baba, hakuna kama we, hakuna. Asifiwe huyu Baba wa mbinguni tena tumpe sifa yeye, hainuliwe. Huyu Baba wa huruma tena tumpe sifa yeye, asifiwe. Huyu Baba wa mbinguni tena tumpe sifa yeye, hainuliwe. Huyu Baba wa huruma tena tumpe sifa yeye.
One time. Wow. Inakuaje mzito?
Fresh sana.
Umeleta vibe ingine tofauti kwa hii room. Good music.
Thanks.
Hiyo song kwanza la tukianzia tu kwa hiyo song nini inspiration behind your ngoma?
Okay, ni kilifanya nikaandika hiyo song ni stuff nilikuwa napitia before. So nilikuwa napitia shida. Na sikuwa pia na do. So unajua God alikam through, nikapata job. At least nikapata hata hiyo kazi ya kunifund muziki. So unajua after hapo ndio nikaona nimrudishie shukrani. Nikaingia studio nikamwandikia hiyo ngoma.
So basically ni ngoma tu ku give thanks.
Yeah.
Amazing. So ulianza muziki like when exactly did you get into music?
Nilianza kitambo but officially nilianza 2018 after kumaliza high school.
Ndio kaingia kwa muziki. What led you into music? Nini ilikuwa inakusukuma sana kwa muziki?
Ni passion. Mimi napenda muziki sana. Kwanza kitambo nilikuwa na look up to wasanii fulani kutoka Tanzania, so nilikuwa na feel tu pia mimi niimbe. So, pia kwanza kwa Mtoi hapo nilianzia kuimbia hapo.
Ukiwa Mtoi?
Ni passion.
So inakupelekaje so far?
Muziki.
Hiyo swali ukiuliza msanii saa zingine na mtoanga timing. Hebu nisikie pande yako.
Muziki kwa wasanii wote wenye anaanza haikuangi rahisi kama hakuna mtu anakufanda na una do. So si rahisi juu kila mahali wanataka do marketer.
Na so hiyo wewe una survive aje kwa hiyo situation?
Ni agreement tu na maproducer tunafanya. Kama anifanyia audio free ama ananikatia off hiyo bei yenye nafanya nayo then
So sources zako main za finance kutoka kwa muziki zinatoka wapi? Zinatoka kwa shows, zinatoka kwa YouTube ama kwa
saizi hata shows bado. Shows bado sio, ndio hata COVID imenini.
But si kumefunguliwa? Okay, kumefunguliwa juzi. Sawa.
Ni hustle tu, hustles zangu. Ndio at least zinanifanya.
So muziki bado haijaanza kuleta do?
Bado haijaanza.
Na huko
naona mali naelekea na juma nini zangu, platform zangu zimeanza kuread kiasi.
So wewe uko na management, unasukuma solo ama unapigaje? Strategy yako ni gani?
For now sina ile serious management but niko na at least mtu ananiongea huko nje si ile manager serious. At least ana try anisukuma kiasi. Under Big Deal Empire.
Yeah. So how is it working under management?
So far bado haijashika. Ndio kuna wiki 3, 1 month. Na try kuna ngoma iko studio nataka tutoe tuone vile inaweza sukuma.
Good stuff. So hii mwezi tunaongelea kuhusu a very crucial topic. Tunaongelea about what it takes ama what defines a man, si ndio? Na ningetaka kujua perspective yako as a young artist, as a young individual, as a brother to someone, as maybe a young individual in the community. What do you think makes a man? Kivyako tu.
Kuwa responsible. Kuchukua na take things serious. I think hiyo inaweza kulingana na mimi nini kuchukulia majukumu serious.
Na tukiongelea majukumu, do you think the community appreciates enough the effort that young men ama men in general are putting out there to be able to stand up to the
Hapana. Chukuli serious.
And what is your take on that? How do you feel about that as a young person mwenye anapiga shughuli yake hapo nje, anang'ang'ana at least ajaribu kufanya ends meet na responsibilities hapa na pale? How does that make you feel?
As in come on, nini rudia tena
kiasi? Like how does it make you feel ukiona community I appreciate mwanaume enough?
Feel poa whereby tunafaa pia kusaidiana. Kama mwanaume analeta kitu kwa table, pia huko kwingine ijende ingine ona but kila kitu ametuletea sisi wote, ndio unapata pia wanaume wengine wamejinyonga, wengine wameenda tu wamejiweka kwa barabara wamebondwa. So pia nini pia wanaume wanafaa wapate advice, wajue kitu nini wanaweza do.
So hii advice unadhani inafaa itoke wapi? Like tuulize tu like generally, nani hata tu like who is there to listen to the grievances of young men hapa nje? Like nani anafaa kutupatia comfort? Is it the community? Is it the other gender? Who exactly needs to give us that support as men?
Both community na the other gender. Wanafaa kuchip in. I don't have much to describe ama kuelezea. Watu wanafaa wote watu waingilie.
So there's a track I love so much about. I mean there's a track that umefanya yenye napenda sana. Iko YouTube inaitwa Mama. Can we talk about it kiasi? What was it about?
Hiyo ni all about my mom. Nimeimbia my mom na all moms na wanawake wote kwa hii nini community.
So process yako ya kuandika wewe inakuwa inspired na
my mom.
Your mom. Not that song, like your general writing process as a creative. What drives it? Una process yako wewe ina drive you na nini? Real events ama imaginations ama
Kenyo? Imagination. Ni kitu iko kitu real na kitu nimepitia pia pamoja na my mom. So hiyo ni dedication tu nimemwandikia.
So saizi kama SHARO, what's next for you? Nini iko in store? Nini una plan kudo? Any big projects zinakam?
For now hakuna, najipanga kiasi. But maybe in 2 weeks takuwa naachilia audio. Audio then video then ni Dunda.
Dunda is about
it's a gospel song. Inaongelea design God amekuwa na mimi na place amenitoa, as in stick tu na yeye. Hiyo kudunda ni kama kustick na yeye. Kitu kama hiyo tu.
Okay. Amazing guys. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Na appreciate sana kazi unafanya. Keep pushing, sindio? So ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are still live here on YouTube at E_squared TV. We are having an amazing conversation with an amazing gentleman who is here with us, a gospel artist, a son, a brother, sindio? And tuko kwa hiyo spirit bado ya kucelebrate whatever young guys hapa nje ama men in general are doing out there. And our question of the month of the day is still there. What makes a man? What is your opinion? Sindio, changamka hapo hivyo kwa comment section, tuambie definition yako ya mwanaume ni nini? Nini ina comprise of a perfect man, if there is a perfect man, that is. Sindio? So I want to leave you to perform the next track, I believe Mama. Sindio? And then tutakuwa narudi tumalizie.
Safi.
All right.
Kanjambo la kutia moyo, sema nisikie, maana siwezekana tena, busara yangu mie, nani mwengine kama siwe mama? Penzi lako tamu kasukari, penzi lako sijaiona mimi, ulikuwa wangu daktari wakati niliugua mimi. Mama yangu Evalini, ninakupenda we amini, nitakubaya na gari mbili amini. Kama mapenzi ulinipa tamtam, najua baraka bado zina kamkam, nitabai zawadi kisha nitakupa mama. Kama mapenzi ulinipa tamtam, najua baraka bado zina kamkam, nitabai zawadi kisha nitakupa mama. Te quiero mama, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama. Te quiero mama, hey, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama. Ni majira kama haya nimekuwa nikitafuta toka zamani. Mama songa hapa, tega sikio nikueleze ukweli. Ni ukweli nakupenda mami, na mimi ndiye wako mwanao, kuja nikuleleze mami. Lemiswa kwamba nakupenda mama, ni zawadi gani nitakupa mama? Lemiswa kwamba nakupenda mama, ni zawadi gani nitakupa mama? Te quiero mama, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama. Te quiero mama, hey, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama. Oh, hey, oh, te quiero mama. Nakupenda mama, ni zawadi gani nitakupa mama? Lemiswa kwamba nakupenda mama, ni zawadi gani nitakupa mama? Te quiero mama, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama. Te quiero mama, hey, I love you mama, nakupenda sana mama.
Wow. What a nice dedication manze to the mama. Good stuff. Napenda hiyo song sana. So nimenotice kitu na wewe. And I have to ask this. Ukiperform, uko so much live, uko energetic and stuff, but ukibonga kidogo, uko chilled out. Reason ni gani?
Unajua ingine perform naichukulia kama kazi yangu. Na nimekuwa nikiperform for a long time. Na sijakuwa nikifanya interviews. So nimekuwa tu performer.
So this is your first? Okay. Hujakuwa kufanya mob. All right. So personality yako ni gani? Hii ya muziki ama ingine ya kurelax?
Hii ya muziki.
Hii ingine ya muziki ya hype. Kwa hivyo si ndio tutakuchangamsha enough. Okay, hii band itakufanyia kazi hapo utatoka kwa umesweat. But anyway, guys, thanks for commenting hapo kwa comment section. Niko na maswali kadhaa kwako. We have Caroline Atieno anauliza what place was he at ndio hiyo song ya Asifiwe I come through. You mentioned earlier you were going through some stuff when you released that music.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing?
Si already nili
ulisema tu ulikuwa unapitia stuff ukatoa ngoma, but maybe what are some of the things zenye zilikuwa
under production ama?
Yeah.
Production.
Production wise. Personally, kwa life, ndio zilikupush kufanyia ngoma. Hizo issues maybe and everything.
Asini mashida tu hizi, unajua hakuna mtu ana shida.
Kweli.
Na kwangu mimi, okay, hiyo ngoma tumefanya collabo. Tulishare ideas. So unajua mimi nasema pande yangu.
Okay.
Mimi nilikuwa nimesema ilikuwa finance. Na for long nilikuwa nimekaa bila job. Bila job na pia hizi markets. Watu walikuwa wananibonga fani tu. Ndio hii ngoma ni kama kuandika. Ni kueleza venye God ameninini.
Amekuinua juu, si ndio? It's not something to be taken for granted kwa sababu each and everyone has their share fair of issues, si ndio? Na especially when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, kila msee ana go through hizo. And then utapata kuna msee uko hapo kama wewe unafaa kupata hiyo do, si ya kujiweka poa, but ya kufanya pia project ya muziki. Si ndio? Nani kitu wasanii wengi wanapitia. It's not a small thing, si ndio?
Ni kweli.
And then Josephine anauliza swali. We need to hear the story behind the song Mama. Anasema he wants to buy his mama car, build a house for her etc. Inakaa unapenda sana mama.
Sana.
So uliraiswa na mama peke yake ama mama na dad? Single mom. Okay.
Na unajua anajua pain yangu na venye nimekuwa kwa hii life. So ndio maana na yeye amenisomesha. My first song alinichangia pia. So nikisema nitamnunulia gari ni kitu serious.
How did it feel kureziwa na mom? Like did you ulizaliwa kama mzae amego ama aligo in the process?
Mzae si yako.
Ako? But are you part of the family?
Ako kwa hiyo dunia nyingine.
So how does it feel?
Iko tu saa juu my mom amenishow love na amesimama kwa hiyo gap ya mzae. So mimi niko tu saa.
Wow, okay. Did you feel like you missed maybe a father figure kwa hiyo family or something?
Hapana. Sijamiss.
Ulikuwa tu sawa? Ija ku affect in any way upbringing yako?
Ni affect because hata hakuna stuff amechipin. So ni my mom tu amekwanga tu akini support before.
That's nice and that is to be celebrated, man. The big up sana mama SHARO MISIFA, si ndio? Yeah, it's good to be there and it's good to care and it's good to see the growth of an individual hadi mahali umefika, si ndio? So uli mention you're releasing something next week? Ukimaliza utakuja kuirelease hapa?
Nitakaa. Hapa ni home.
Hapa ndio home. So tukifunga social media handles probably
Facebook, okay, social zote ni SHARO MISIFA. YouTube unaweza fika hapo msubscribe. Kuna stuff mnaweza zicheki.
Na mtu akitaka kukubook for a show. Jiuze uza sera hapa hivi. Hapo hivi kuna wase wana watch. Kuna msee ako Chicago sahi.
Namba ama email.
Yote tu. Unaweza patikana aje rahisi in short?
Unaweza ni text hapo Instagram, unaweza ni DM. Twitter, maybe hata kuna namba zangu hapo hivyo unaweza nipata.
Exactly, manze. Thanks so much for coming to the show.
Appreciate.
We also appreciate you being here. We celebrate you as a young man in the industry. We celebrate you as a young man in the community. And we look forward for big things coming from you also. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Tunaenda tukisonga manze, we are about to come to a close of this amazing first edition of the November edition of men, ama wanaume, ama wababa, ama boy child, ama brothers, ama dads. And of course, man, I can't close this show without my amazing host, who we endorsed.
By wababas.
We endorsed kwa hii team ya wababas.
By wababas.
Josephine manze.
Yeah.
Tunakafunga, tunamaliza, but I love how the show has been today.
I loved it too. It was amazing. Amazing.
It has been insightful. Imekuwa tu na so much information. I've loved your conversation with Thomas. Amesema vitu zingine hapo ndani zenye lazima ukaivu usikie uanalyze. Si vitu za mchezo. Yeah. And I like the way the perspective inakaa ikigrow.
Umeagree na vitu anasema?
Yeah, nimeagree na vitu zenye anasema kwa sababu there are things that are said, but not unless we keep reminding each other of these things, they'll just go. Like zitakuwa tu washed out. Zitakuwa tu like any other conversation. But whatever amesema, kila kitu amemention ni kitu important. Na ni kitu yenye nafaa kutiliwa maanani. Na ni kitu yenye community inafaa isikie. Especially, I think this is the best time of talking about this. Considering how the past 2 years kumekuwa na hiyo hardship due to COVID and everything. But now I imagine if umse amekuwa na pressure already before this situation. Now that kuna kitu yenye na propagate hii pressure yenye amekuwa nayo na all the responsibilities and everything and all the situations around vile yako, it means that it's something that needs to be kuangaliwa mara mbili. Yeah.
And I'm just happy that we've taken the time to have this conversation because
this is the perfect time. I believe this is the perfect time to have this conversation.
Yeah, it is the perfect time. And I hope you guys have walked away with something. We always make sure that haukuji show kuentertain pekee. Yeah.
Tulisema
hatutaki kuwa waste.
Tunakupeleka shule na tunakulipia fee.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. So wewe kenye unafanya tu ni bundles na kusubscribe na kufanya kitu tunaitwa housekeeping.
Alafu tunawaleta entertainment right at the comfort of their houses.
Imagine.
But thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, before we go, just watching, have you seen the recent trend? Yeah. School fires.
Yeah.
And
school unrest.
School unrest. It's I don't know. Someone has actually said that we need to find out what happens second term, because second term ndio hizi vitu zo happen.
See what happens, ndio.
And it's so interesting that when I went from when we were in school, second term it used to happen so much. I don't understand. So, something needs to be looked into.
Sijui, okay, mimi nikiwa chuo mimi sijachoma shule.
But
nilikuwa nasikia, but hiyo period alafu sasa unashindangwa ni mastude kuchoka na hiyo period wamekuwa chuo. What is really going on?
I can't
and then unajua
because you see at a back then I think even this second time is not as long as zenye tulikuwa nazo, because this year to may rush through the education calendar very fast, the school calendar very fast. But I don't understand. There's something that we are missing that is not adding up.
I'd like to also say that it is, I think most of chuo za maboy zinakuanga in the front line for this.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes us back to our conversation. What is missing?
Yeah.
What is wrong with the boy? Amiss. There has to be something that is amiss.
Yeah.
Is it how amekuwa brought up? Was the system broken from maybe the family setup? Is the system ili break down kwa community setup? Ili breakia wapi?
It's funny umemention hivyo kwa sababu most of the people actually ukienda Twitter sahi conversation ni I think it's because of watu wanasema indiscipline.
Indiscipline.
Hii generation yenye wanachoma shule sahi ni wale watu waliitwa baba wakiwa wadogo. Walisuthiwa sana, they were not or their parents were not even keen
on whatever they are doing.
What they are doing. When they do something, they're not disciplined. I don't know. Those are your opinions. I'm actually reading on Twitter right now. So it's an ongoing conversation, and I think it's something we also need to look into.
We also need to
as
look
a
into.
society. I don't know where, but I think, I don't know, there's something amiss.
Personally, I'm interested on the boy kwa sababu I'm very sure when you're not kwa frontline ya easy issues, easy unrest in schools ni chuo za maboy. Na unajua as a man, if the man is the head of the family ama if the man is ako hapo juu na kuna vile yako, inamaanisha hiyo system yote ikienda hivi chini yake
inaenda crumble.
So it's not a small thing.
Well. Anyway, if you guys have something to say, contribute to this conversation, follow us on our social media platforms. We can keep this conversation going. Yeah. So hii month, let us hear what your men, we need to correct this now. Yeah.
Yes.
So that we can save the next generation.
All right.
But I hope you guys have had an amazing show, as we have had. And at this point, I think I'm gonna say adios, and I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Kwaheri. Bye. We out, guys. We out.
Band, take it away.
Hey.